Hello and welcome back to more of the I Am Towkn. And today we are going to get into some strainers. Hopefully, I did. We did at the end of the last one check and see by putting a cobblestone into the thing here. It doesn't move directly over into the solidifier. I did have to use this thing right here, to move it, but that worked. And yeah, but I was able to do that. So we could go like this though. And if we're lucky, get some more cobblestone because we know how it likes to fly the opposite direction into the lava. But we could do this, right? We could throw that in there. It will use up some of the lava from here. And once it uses up that lava from there, you'll see over here, we have 4,000 buckets. You pick this up here, you right click it there. You then grab it here, you right click it here, you put it in there. And with the mesh mold there, we will get a stone mesh. So we did that. Now have a stone mesh. We can click on here. And now we can work towards making the strainer, which needs apparently 2 meshes of any type. So yeah, we'll go ahead. And once those stone meshes are done, get those. Go like that. Take that out. That'll make another one. But we will also go ahead. We're needing some more wood. Go over here and grab some wood real quick. There's an apple. Grab that too. I built this up a little bit. We have a roof over some of it, but not all of it right now. Yeah, we'll go in here and type in strainer. Press A on it just to get it over there. There we go. We now have ourselves a strainer. So if I think right, we should be able to take this out, put it right here, right? We have the different upgrade slots, the input slot, and the mesh slot. So if we come over here and grab ourselves the stone mesh that we just made, and we bring it over here and we throw it in there, it'll put it there. Now, according to this, if we go ahead and say we wanted ice chunks to get down to the ice ball, to get ice chunks, we would need to put water and dirt in there. So I'm going to assume, like if I was to, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to dig a hole right here and right here and hope that this doesn't like overflow the way I think it will. So if I grab that there, we put that there. I don't think that's what I think we want it right here. So if I go ahead up here and we shift click, put it there, it does still fall over the edge. Okay, that's fine. But now we put in dirt here. Okay, cool. But we could do that. There we go. That'll work. And we could get dirt in there. And of course, we could always, again, just run down here. Go like that to get some more dirt. That we could put more dirt in there. Nice. Okay. Then we come over here. We go like that. And we can put more dirt in there. Of course, right now that is just going to give us stone pebbles. We do ahead, we push this on this. Go to the strainer. Again, it says, with the stone mesh and a stone mesh, we do have a chance of getting all of these. It is a better chance with a bamboo mesh, I'm assuming, at 15 with the bamboo. Yeah, but there we go. There's some sandstone. Get us to this one, which I'm assuming then we need this. We get that from sandstone rocks. And then I'm assuming we like crush it down somehow to get, let's see. Looks like we can use the transformation wand to make it into sand. Okay. Okay, so there's some red sandstone, as we will need that as well. I'm assuming it's either or of this to get glass, right? So basically, yeah, get either or to get glass or to get whatever. But we are also getting stone pebbles now. Gives us more stone. We go like this here, boom. Get a lot more stone. And we could actually just go ahead and throw all of that in there. Do that. We should actually still have enough in here to get one more mesh. Do that. Okay. Curious though if there are other meshes we can make. What other meshes we can make? So there's redstone, diamond, emerald, netherite, stone, bamboo, copper, tin. I don't think there's like an easy one to make though. I don't think it's like go like it's a mesh. Gonna be the easiest way to see it. So bamboo, copper, tin, bronze, redstone. Yeah, so there's not stone is the easiest one to make. So yeah, so okay, we'll go like this though. Go ahead and move all of that over to there, where we can start making another stone mesh. We can go ahead and click on here and go up to here to the strainer. Make another one that we could then just put right there. I think we're actually just going to go ahead and break that block there, so that'll actually let all of the other stuff flow out into it. There we go. We can grab this mesh, click on there, throw that in there. Let us throw this up here. And as you can see, that's not actually doing anything because I'm assuming it has to be a source block of water in there. There we go. Now if we do that, you can see it's working. You could also go ahead and take half of this dirt out of here and put it in there as well. Wow, my mouse is doing weird stuff. There we go. But now we do have this. We do have enough of that. We don't have enough ice chunks. We'll wait on those. Don't know why my mouse is like jittery right now. But anyways, we go like that. We can put that down. Hit it with that. Get sand to be able to make glass. Boom, there we go. And of course, once we get glass, be able to make a strainer tank. Can be placed above the strainer to store fluids for the different types of fluids for stuff, and then we don't have to worry about the stuff. Although I'm assuming we're going to need more than just one glass for it. It's a pressure tank, obsidian glass. That's brick glass. Let's go ahead over here again and type in STRA strainer tank, and yeah, we basically require a strainer and 8 glass for that. That is going to take probably a while to get 8 glass worth. Okay, but we can go ahead here, click on that, grab that out, which will let us make this. Let us make the ice chunks. Go like this. Head here with the red sand and the ice. Then we could take the red sand, put it down, go like that to get red sand. And just to make sure, if I click this here, ice ball, ice can be transferred. Okay. I just wanted to make sure before I did anything with that. There we go. So that gives us the ice ball quest. And accept all of these here. Perfect. Actually, wait. And there's that one. Okay, there we go. And then summoning is the one here, which we needed to do the ice ball for. Click here. We just need rotten flesh. Then we could make a gateway of that. But we don't have any rotten flesh yet because we have not fought any zombies or anything. But I am quickly going to come in here, grab a couple of these out. Throw that up there. Throw this up here. Make some torches. That way there we can put them out here. Now, question. F7. Yes, it is in here. So go ahead and put some torches down out here. Just to lighten up this area. And as you can see, all of this gives off light, so we don't have to worry about it. We just don't want stuff spawning real close to the base area. We want to have to go out and fight stuff further away. I'll put one there, even though I don't think I need one there. There we go. So with this, I think our base should be relatively safe from stuff spawning added. And just put some down out here as well. And there we go. Okay, so first things first, we got ourselves sort of infested. Oh, what? Infested zombies teleport. Okay, whatever. That gave us 2 rotten flesh. Okay, that's fine. We can go ahead and hit F7 again. And for the most part, our base should be relatively safe. Go ahead and eat this apple. Get some that back, and if we can get close enough to these guys. Oh, well, that was a creeper. Gave me some dirt, but now we could go ahead and fight you guys. There we go. Okay, that broke that. So yeah, I think the only other tool we have that does damage really, it doesn't do a lot. This. I'm too lazy to spend the time to run inside and make a thing. But there we go. That gave us. Wait, did the other guy not give us any? Oh, yeah, he did. There we go. So that gave us a higher starred rotten flesh for whatever we need it for. But yeah, we can come back over here now, go to sleep, and not deal with anything else for now. Okay. We can then also pull out these wrong button. Pull out these apples and eat them, so we get health back. Then what we could do is we could click on this, go like this to make ourselves this gate pearl. Nice. Okay, and then what we could probably do is come in here, grab these walls, and actually, you know what? We probably don't need. We probably don't need them. We just need another weapon. Let's eat real quick. Don't have any stone on us because I think we turned it into other stuff. So let's go ahead, grab out of the pebbles that we have. We can then here and press U on them to go like that. We get a bunch of those. That way there we can make ourselves another axe. And then, yeah, let's just go ahead and put this down and play with some zombies. And it is daytime, so hopefully, come on. Hopefully some of them will burn to death. And the rest of them we can just beat up. Boom, there we go. Okay, sweet. Those are apparently going to give us some ender fragments. Oh no, there's a little guy. There's a little guy. I'm going to have to just run around for a little bit while they die. Yeah, okay, he died. Okay, then we throw in the water. Yeah, now we deal with these guys. Okay, come on. There we go. There we go. Boom. Boom. Oh, you teleported behind me. That's not good. There we go. Take care of you. Okay, you hit me and teleported me. Cool. There we go. There we go with that. Let's eat. Health back. Run over here. And now we have some little guys again. We are going to go like this. And the second hit apparently did nothing to him. There we go. Boom. 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 Okay. I definitely should have planned this a little better. If we go like this and like this, what I could do is jump up like that, right? And we could just hit you guys from here. Yeah, didn't think about that till like literally just now. I was like, wait a second, I could just they're only zombies, so I could just climb up. Of course, if it would hit them when I swing, would also be nice. There we go. One more enemy. Boom. There we go. Gateway is done. Gives us a lot of the ender fragments and a lot of zombies. Cool. Cool. Okay. Now we can go ahead, break that down, and then we can eat some more apples. Get our food back. And then we can go like this with this loot bag, which gives us 32 cyan stone. That's actually pretty cool. Like the cyan stone. Basic loot bag will give us a loot bag, which gave us a weapon bag, which gave us some arrows. No bow. Okay. Basic loot box gave us a loot bag, which gave us some more cyan stone. Okay, so ender fragments. We use those to make either ender pearls or an ender charge or a concussive charge or a summoning block. I'm assuming that's what we're going to need it for. Summoning block. Yes, it is. Okay, so there's also a flesh block. So let's go ahead and click on here. And here, there's a flesh block, which I'm assuming is just a block of flesh. Yeah. Okay, so we will make a block of flesh real quick. There we go. Then with that, I'm assuming we can just press this. We also need stone. That is stone. So we have, actually, we could probably use any of the colored stone, right? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Then if I do that, and then we go ahead and press this on here. No, it won't let us use the colored stone. Okay. Okay, sure, game. Sure, fine. I will go ahead and cook one more. No, I'm joking. And cook 8 because that's how much a coal can cook. So we'll do that. Ooh, we got a potato as well. That means we can come out here and plant the potato. Just in case we need it for something else later. Okay, let's go ahead and eat an apple again. Put that up there, and then we will grab out that so that we can then press this to make our summoning block. Okay. So if we click on this, the summoning block is used to summon mobs. Okay, cool. Gives us that. So more guards. Using blocks of flesh, you can summon new guards. Oh, okay. I completely forgot about having those guards. And I probably could use those guards to help fight, right? Anyways, we could also make an ender pearl. Right? So we go like this, and I think it was a plus sign, right? Yep, to make an ender pearl. Which we can then click on this to get another one. We could use this to make a void portal. Just an empty void, maybe useful for the fighting arena. It's always night in this dimension. Okay, so that basically means there's a dimension that's just a void, which we could use to make a thing. So that's going to require a lot of obsidian, which we don't have right now. And I would say until I get an iron bucket, I really don't feel like dealing with Actually, I wonder if I could pick that up with the fluid mover. That would probably be pretty useful if I could do that. Um, yeah, anyways, I want to come in here real quick and I want to go like this and make some more chest real quick. I could put a chest out here. I'm just going to put 2 more in here. But for now, let's go ahead and this single chest, actually, this double chest in here. Let's go ahead and empty out some of this stuff here. That we probably don't desperately need on us. Like this. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah. And then in here we could put that for now. You know what? Let's go ahead and put our money in this one. Because why not? And then, of course, we just need to get more dirt for those. So let's just jump down in here real quick. Do I still? I don't have any torches. Do I? Let's actually. I'm gonna make a torch. We could put some torches down there, and keep it somewhat brighter. 3. There we go. We won't have to worry about lots and lots of random stuff spawning down there. Okay, yeah, I don't have. Yeah, but there we go. We go like that. And this will let me get some dirt out of here. Like so. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now we got a bunch of dirt. Go back up here. We can grab those steaks out, eat them, and we can put this stuff in here. Of course, we do that out of there. Throw a stack of dirt in that one, a stack of dirt in that one. Put that up there real quick. Grab out the steaks. Apparently, 1 steak will fill us all the way up because it's probably because it's a gold steak. But with that, we could also go ahead and take this and this out of here. Out of here. Go ahead, grab that out of there. Let us make all of that. All of that. And then 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. That we can get another 6 glass going. Oh, hey, look, we still have 21 bricks in there. Might need those later. I'll just put here for now. That in there. Come out here and grab the stone mesh. Come back in here, click on this to grab. Nope. This to grab. Nope. Okay, so we don't have any more logs. So we'll just go over here and we'll cut down a couple more of these trees real quick. So can I get to that one? Yes, I can. There we go. Get all those cut down and replanted. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Okay, then we come over here. Sleep through the night. Daytime. And okay. So we have that, we have that, we have that. We should be able to come in here now. Grab out this glass, grab out that glass. Grab out that glass. Hopefully we have enough to make 1 more. Might do perfect. So we go like this. Make one more sandstone to go like that, and hopefully we. I was gonna say hopefully we get it in here before it runs out of its fuel, but no. Yeah, those guards are like tearing apart those guys over there. It's actually pretty nice. Yeah. Okay. So we get this glass out here. We could then click on here, make ourselves a strainer, and then surround it by glass to make our strainer tank. We'll finish the strainer after. Now, if we go in here, we click on that, we click on that. Now, I'm pretty sure if I went like this, so if I go ahead and we take this, nope, nope, nope. Okay, whew. That was just a teleport creeper, not a other creeper. Okay, of course, it did also make an endermite, apparently. There we go, which will, ooh, sweet, give us a loot box, which is going to give us a loot bag, which is going to give us 1 gunpowder. No idea where that creeper came from, by the way, but whatever. We should now be able to take this strainer tank and put it right there, which will then let us store water inside of it without having to worry about it overflowing. And yeah, then when we click on here, we'll have what we need for that. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Now, with that, we can go ahead up here to Bounty Hunter as well, where we can click on Infuse Infested Zombies, which gives us battle bucks. What are those used for? Press U on that. That is used in the catalog. Okay, so that's a different currency that could be used in the catalog. So if we come up here, we throw that in there right now, all we can get is that. Now, I wonder if these are something we can do multiple times or collected by using the gateway. Okay, so basically there's the different zombies. We get enough of them be able to get this, which we get that for. Okay, so I'm assuming though that battle bucks don't just keep going. But anyways, we can go up here to basic resources probably. If we go to this, what do we need for that? Purified gravel, which we get from summoning. Okay, so we do have to do a gateway pearl is a bigger one, which is going to need some transformation powder, which is yellow and red flowers again. So we need to get more yellow and red flowers. So let's see if we have any more of them up here. If not, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if we have a red one there. An orange. That's a red one. We do have just plain dandelions here, though, which is quite useful. Grab those. And we could run around and see if there are any more poppies or something around here. Which, yep, I could see. I see at least one right there. Right, there's 2. Also some dandelions, and of course, this can be used on these. Get more of those. Okay, so if we need 10, we need 8. That'll give us 1 there, and then we can do that. That'll give us that. Okay, perfect. So that'll give us that. So we make some more of the dust. So if we run in here, we didn't have to do, but we could do that. We could throw that up there. We could throw that up there. Throw that up there. We could do that and that. No more of that bone stuff in there. We do have the bone meal in here. So this, it's bone meal. We are definitely going to need more. So let's go collect some more bones. Let's see. That's a rock. There's some rotten flesh over here we can grab for the fun of it. Pull all that out. Let's see what we can. There's another bone right here. here. Go. A little more there. Yep, there we go. Let's see. Do we have some here? More right here in a dangerous spot. There we go. Cobble. Look at there. I thought I saw a horse. Actually, there's a pretty big island out over that way. I don't know if there's anything fancy on those islands out past stuff though. So, anyways, there we go. That's that. I think we should be good here. We'll just run back up top on this. Grab them. I was gonna say I don't see any more there. Okay, we'll run around this way. I see one more down there. There we go. Sweet. So then we could run back, jump over the hole again. I wasn't sure if I was. But yeah, we could run back here, and we could actually press this button right here. Just throw all that up there. Throw all this up there, and then press U on this, A on that. Then we go like this to get 5 of these. We need one more, or we need one ender pearl, which I believe we put here. That, click on here. Go like this to get a gateway pearl. We are going to have to do that all again, though, because we definitely need 2 gateway pearls. Because we need a zombie party, summon a friendly. So this is 5 waves, but this gives us purified gravel and a bunch of battle fragments. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool, but that's just going to be some blocks of flesh. So let's go ahead, take out all of the flesh we have. And I don't think that's enough to make 4. Nope, didn't think so. We are 3 short. But that was all we had, right? Yes, that is all we had. So we would need to get some more, which means either we need to make a room for it, we need to wait till it's night, or we need to go down to that place down there, which we could actually do pretty easily, I think. So we should be able to really come over probably right here. And we can go like this. Hold, basically shift and do that and go down to mining tunnel, where we will vein mine like so. That'll give us a good pathway down here. And go like this. Make this, and grab our shovel back out. And dig our way down like so. Now, I don't know if we can get out to there pretty easy. But what we can do is go like this and shift and do that again and go up to large tunnel, where we can just dig out ourselves a large tunnel right here and hopefully make a little room for summoning or for getting zombies and stuff to spawn in. And if we go like that and then dig out up here, so we could hit them from up here. Okay, perfect. Now, I do think we might need to extend this out a bit and then bring it down a bit to make it a little bit darker in there. Like so. And by doing that, that should allow us to spawn things in there. And they should stay in there. But yeah, we should be able to do that. And then we should be able to come in here, like I said, go like that, and yeah, fight them if they spawn in there. Perfect. Now, if they don't spawn in there, that's not going to be perfect, but whatever. We could go like this, take a steak and eat a steak real quick. And yeah, but we could always just, while we're up here, we probably want to make another thing. We're going to go over here real quick. We're going to put these extra monies inside of here. Let's go like that. Take actually the battle bucks out. Put them in there. Let's go ahead and take some of this stuff from here. Put it in here because we don't really need all of this stuff on it. Out the flesh into that. Is there another way to get rotten flesh, or is that the only way? We could get it from hostile neural networks. That morning gift. There, we could get it possibly from fishing. We could get, there's apparently a haunt furnace, which we could use to haunt any meat into it. And then, of course, the loot fabricator. Won't have until much, much later. Okay, so based on some of this now, actually, we probably want to make ourselves another axe or sword. Go in here. Do this. I could hear a skeleton out there. Yep. Okay. Boom. That's an overgrown skeleton. There we go. We could fight you. Zombie guy should be on his way up here. So we go like this. That to fight you. And then if we grab this and come down here, yep, we have another skeleton, another zombie down here. We can just fight from here, probably. And get possibly some flesh from you. And if we jump in here and jump in here, nothing spawned in there. Of course, nothing spawned in there. Why would it spawn in there when we want it to, right? I guess we'll just have to come out here and find some that we can fight. Hopefully there's not a whole lot of skeletons and fighters stuff, and we have more. Ooh, yeah, they're fighting over here too. Like so. There we go. That's a tank. Tank does not get knocked back. So, yep. And he also apparently hits much, much harder and takes like no damage. Oh, why can't I jump? Oh my goodness. Well, we're going to have to get you away from there so we get our stuff back. Like, I'm just sitting there pressing the space bar while pushing backwards, and it's like, oh, you can't jump. There we go, whatever. Come on. There we go. Boom, done. We can take care of you, which you apparently give us some thick rotten flesh. But whatever. We could come up here because these guys were fighting some zombies up here. Get some flesh from up here. They also have a loot bag right there. Okay. There's a teleporting creeper guy right here as well. And we'll go like that. And yeah, we're going to come down here and say, sure. There we go. Boom. Gave us some stuff and some other stuff. Okay, so you're in here with our cows. Yep, okay. Thank you, skeleton, for taking care of zombie, but yeah. I think we actually do have enough flesh now, probably. Come over here real quick. We're gonna just run into here. We are gonna press M real quick and remove that death marker. And then if we click on this, Guess we have enough. We can go in here and get that. We could also press this button here and get this put back in our backpack slot, and that's it. Nice. Okay. We got some fancy gunpowder, some confusing powder from this, which we could use to make that stuff, or it can go in a brewing thing to make potion of confusion. But for now, we'll just go ahead and throw it in here. We'll throw this flesh in there. We'll go ahead and click on here. We will press U on this, where we will make that. I'm assuming this, yeah, so the skeleton one is just a bunch of bone blocks. Okay. But we can grab that to get this. This will give us this. We could use to get battle fragments, and a battle fragment is used to make a battle buck. Okay, so if we get 40 of those, that's enough to make like 5-ish, maybe. Okay, well, let's go ahead for now. Click on this, throw that in there, this here like this. And then we are going to go ahead and pull down these loot boxes and see if we get anything good. Ooh, we got some chainmail leggings and iron boots, and then we get this, which gave us a loot bag, which gives us a food bag, which gives us a pumpkin slice, which we'll eat. You know. Okay, so now if I go ahead and if I hover over this and we scroll down, there'll be zombies, armored zombies, small zombies, speedy zombies. So it's just all zombies. Okay, so we don't have to worry about things, skeletons or anything like that, but we might need to make, I'm just going to do it, make a sword, because, yeah. Okay, but then we can come over here, we could put that down there, should then be able to go like this, up to here, where these guys will come, and because it is daytime, they will burn to death. I probably could have used a bucket of lava here as well to make them die faster. Because there's also this zombie who just spawned with whatchamacallit here. Of course, if we had lava, anything they dropped would disappear, right? Yeah, okay. He drops an extra backpack, so we go like this. And we could go up again, where we can now just do this and fight them here. And we could just swing and hit all of them. And of course, most of them are burning because most of them are they're zombies. Nice. Then we can jump down here, grab all of that, and then oh crap, they all spawn right next to me. Okay, nope. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, come on. Why is it that close to me? Come on, game. There we go. Now we just got these little zombie guys, which I can't reach from up here. Down one block so we can reach them. Ugh. There we go. And then we could just run over here real quick, grab all of that. Jump up here. Jump up here. Oh, no. We're dead. We're dead. Okay. We just need to keep running. And we got hit. Fine, because now we could just go ahead. Do this. We could run around here. Break that, which is our stuff. We could then jump up here, and somehow jump too far. And do this, jump up here, which is not too far. And then we can fight these guys. I thought too high might be enough, but apparently too high is not enough. Okay, so we could do that. We'll fight that. And then we can run over here. This, jump up here, jump up here. There we go. Okay. What? What? How? How are you hitting me from 2 blocks away? Oh my goodness. Okay, nope. Nope, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. That was bad. Okay, so let's go ahead, come over here. Go like that, and then jump over here. Okay, and then we could use this to fight these guys. Once these guys are dealt with, we could take down the 1 block right here and fight these guys. Yeah, which actually I think these guys will die from... No, they don't die from 1 hit of the axe, but it's pretty close. Okay, there we go. Boom, done. Perfect. Okay, so now we can do this. We can do this. Press M on that. We can do that. We can remove that one. And of course, they're both still there because I'm sure the waypoint system. Okay, so then we can pick up all this. Yeah, but we did get a second backpack, which according to it says it has no upgrades and everything like that. But we go like this, and it came with the jute box and that. But we can just go ahead and put it right there for right now, because sure. Okay, well that was dangerous. I was not expecting it to be that bad. We died once. But again, if I go ahead, if we hit J, okay, there we go. We click close. We then click waypoints here, where we can then click like this. And actually, we don't want to delete the group. We want to disable the group. There we go. Okay. Now we grab our shovel back out and do this. And go ahead and clean up all of our pillars that we made in desperate fashion to kill things. Yeah. Go ahead, open this up as well. We'll throw that in there and say sure. Okay, then we can take this. We here. I wish this just put the backpack back in this slot, but whatever. We can come in here, click on this, press U on that, shift click on this to get 8 more of those. That if we think this went like this and have 9 of these, how many do we get? Or can we buy with 9? So we could buy fire protection, blast protection. We could buy an armor bag. We could buy 8 bottles of enchanting. We could buy relic experience bottles, protection 1, projectile protection, and some of that stuff. But nothing too major right now. So let's go ahead, throw that in there and that in there. And then the death stone. Let's see. Right click, return you to your latest death point. Works in. Okay, so that actually we don't really need these anymore. So we could throw those out. We could put this stuff here in there just because. Oh, that was the other. That in there. And yeah, okay. Don't need these death stones because we don't. Throw that down there. Throw that down there. Okay, so now if we click on this, though, we will have 4 more battle things there, 4 more battle things there, and 8 more of this stone there. Okay, but we can then come in here. And I highly doubt that there's going to be that much more we could buy with just a couple more of these. But let's see, with 14 of them, ooh, we could buy all the chainmail. Buy level 2 blast protections because we have 12. Our level 2 protections. And that's it. Okay. So we'll go ahead and throw that in there and that in there. And then let's go ahead and open some loot bags. We're just gonna click 3 times, and we got purple stone. Nice, nice. Purple stone's also good. Purple's a sweet color. We also got some bones and some bone meal, or not bone meal. Gunpowder. Okay, and then we're just gonna spam this real quick because it's just gonna give us 5 of these. That will spam real quick as well. We got some band-aids, which we could use to restore health. We got some rotten flesh, some green stone, and I'm thinking the string. Thick rotten flesh. We could use that. Ooh, apparently to make leather. Or in the culinary generator. Okay, cool. Okay, so if we go here, we actually go here. I don't think any of this stuff will go in there. Nope, didn't think so. The flesh did. Okay, that's fine. We can throw this in here like that. And of course, the only thing we're going to be missing and summoning for a while is going to be this void portal because the stuff there. Okay, so with that, though, we can now, from nothing, go to basic resources where we could try and get bamboo from strainers. Because in a stone mesh, we put purified sand, which we don't have purified sand, so we have purified gravel. So actually, let's go ahead and do this and say purified gravel. If we push that in there, that'll give us 10 and ore, 10 and coal inside of the stone mesh. Which actually, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and say is probably fine. We can come in here, grab all of this out of here. Go ahead, throw that in there, throw that in there. Come over here and grab this stone mesh out and throw it in there. That'll at least start getting us some coal and stuff like so. Let's go ahead and make it daytime. And then see what else throw in here. Actually, you know what? We could go like this and press U on this, shift click on that, U on that, and shift click on that. Make it take up less space. Like so. There we go. We can put all this in here. Like so as well. Okay. And we could also come out here, grab this other stone mesh from here, click on this, take that off of there, put that in there, throw the gravel in there. Okay. So that's going to give us this stuff, though, instead of this. How, again, bamboo. If we could plant it to get that. And if we put it in there, we get that. So then we have that. That drop, we get it from fishing. Get it from whatever this BBL cloche is. We can't do until we get to the better machine frame. Can't get to until probably down here in computing and basic power and stuff like that. Anyways, let's go up here. We can click on this. We got this. Gives us another battle buck. We could throw in there. I'm assuming 15 might give us another thing, another set of stuff. But yeah, let's go take this backpack down here and say, okay, cool. Yeah. We don't have, actually, we don't have any more steak, right? No. Let's eat that real quick. We'll come over here, and as you can see, we are just getting coal, which apparently we can only use that to melt down into molten coal, and it's 40 per one. Yeah, so that's going to be a thing later. We got to figure out how to get that bamboo, because according to this, we get coal and stuff like that from this other stuff. But bamboo, because we get it from strainers, but we have to get it from purified sand. Purified sand we get by putting either purified water with sand in there. Purified water we get by getting purified salt mulch and right clicking on mulch with it. To get the purified salt mulch, we need sand. Get that. Okay, so let's just see what we have in the way, because I don't think we have a lot of actual sand. Yeah, and I don't know if the red sand worked. I'm assuming it does, but we'll find out. So let's go ahead and click here. We can do on that. That. We can then press U on that. That. We don't have enough anyways. I'm assuming there's none in this other one over here. Actually, nope, we have 2 and 3, which would give us perfect amounts to make that. So we'll go like this to make that. That to make that. Then grab out our transformation wand. And do that. And then hopefully do it with just that. Okay. So then it said we needed a mulch for that. So if I go like this, we press U on this. I can click that. It will use both things. We can then click here. And then if I put this in the ground and then do that, we get our purifying water. We then pick up with this, and that'll let us make, if we press U on this, go to, not the cloche, we go to the strainer. Yes, okay, so we go with the strainer, and I hope it doesn't use it up all in one, but we are going to make ourselves a new strainer for this. Let's go ahead and get that out. And did it need a, it does need a mesh. Okay, so we do still need a mesh. We are going to need 3 stone meshes for this. Get that, and then of course we're out of it there. So let's go ahead and come up in here and grab one of these. Throw it in there. We need to find our tool thingy, which is actually probably just sitting out here, right? We can then click on here. Actually, we have a stone mesh in here. Perfect. Okay. That's still fine though. We can go here. And we did have some in there already. Go like that. We can click this here. We then need some sticks and some logs. Have logs. And we here. Make ourselves another strainer. We can then come out here where I will go ahead. I'm going to dig down there. So dig out. We will put strainer down there. Then put purified water right there. Then put stone mesh there and sand. Hopefully that won't use up. If it uses up the purified water, that's going to suck. Yeah, there we go. So then we have that. So yeah, we just still have purified water in there. Cool. So we could just get more sand and put it in there. We'll be good. But then we can come over here right now. We can take this out of here. Again, if I press U on this, regular water, get that. This in there and hope we get some bamboo out of it first time. If not, we are going to need to do a lot more. We didn't get anything. I mean, we might have gotten one of these. I don't think so. So in order to get sand again, we just need to make sand. Let's go ahead and see what we can do to just straight up make sand if there's an easier way. Okay, so sand, again, we can crush it with the crusher. We can't do that yet. We could break it, test loot, trading. And the wandering trader apparently can have sand. Dag mill, or close. Somehow I clicked on something else. I don't know how I clicked on something. Okay. Machine outputs, the sludge refiner can make sand. The stonework thing. Do that. Block interaction in the world, which we already knew about that. Then the strainers itself. Ooh, from eroding water. We can make eroding water. We can then throw gravel in there, and gravel's much easier to get to. Eroding water is going to need an eroding salt mulch, which is okay. Yeah, we could easily. Okay, we could easily. So let's go ahead and take this out of there. And that out of there. There we go. And go like that to get one of those. We'll need another strainer, though. We should be able to now, though. Go ahead, take this, put that there. Take this out of here. Like that, put that there. Once we can make another strainer here in a second. So this. And make ourselves another strainer. We will bring it over, put it down in that hole. Come over here and grab ourselves a mesh so that we can mesh it. And we'll put that there. Get eroding water, pick up the eroding water, and run it all the way over here, where we will shift click and put it on there. Or we can put this in there, and then we just need to make ourselves gravel, which we should be able to easily do. Actually, we probably actually I could go like this, right? Put this torch right here, and then we go like this. Aw, darn. It might fall if it was down one further, though, right? It might be seeing it kind of like, hey, there's a block there, and I can't fall down on a block. Yes, it will. Nice. Okay, perfect. Go like this. You get a bunch of gravel. Perfect. Okay, so we can take that gravel now over to here where we throw it in here, and that'll erode it away into sand, crusher wood. Cool. Now I'm curious though as well. I don't have my pick. Of course, that pickaxe is almost broken, which is fine. If we came down here like this, I'm gonna say, are we more likely or less likely to get what we want? Or less likely to get what we want. So yeah, we'll deal with it later. So now if I come over here, we can grab sand from there. We can put it in here. Get that. And again, so like tin and stuff like that can only go in this melter, which can only do the stuff. And I'll have to look up how to make that thing an actual multi-block so that it holds the stuff at some point. But we're also going to need a whole lot more other stuff as well. But yeah, we'll deal with that later. Yeah, for now, we just want to see if we can get purified sand, throw it in here to get the stuff we need. Go. Perfect. You just need one bamboo. That's kelp. That's not bamboo. Granite kelp will be useful because it makes dried kelp, which we can use to make food. That is a sea pickle, which I don't think is going to be helpful at all, other than possibly making this liquid sunshine if we need to. And then we didn't get anything else. Okay. Okay. Sure. Any more? You know what? We'll throw it in this one that's got the other stuff in it, and we'll just go like this, and we could take this and this out so that we could see. We can then put that in that in there. Come over here, go like that, go like that. There we go. That is sugar cane. That is not bamboo. Was I able to buy bamboo? I honestly don't remember now. I know we saw sugar cane. No, it's the cactus we could buy. Second there, I was like, wait, bamboo, was that one of the things that was in there that we were able to buy? No. Let's go ahead and click here. There we go. Bamboo. Boom. That'll let us get bamboo quest done, which will then let us start bamboo mesh. But we do need, apparently, that. Big question is, can we just put like bamboo down here? We can. Sweet. If we could put it down there, we might be able to grab some bone meal. And just grow it. There we go. Perfect. Of course, then we can break that one. Give us a bunch of it. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Good. Then we could take this stick, throw it in there. We could go like this and press U on that to make ourselves a bamboo mesh. The bamboo mesh will let us get the 10 pieces. According to this, of course, we can get 10 pieces the other ways because we have them there. So we can get that. Now we need to make a tin mesh. A tin mesh is going to be made like that. So we need to take our tin, throw our tin into here, let it start smelting. And now while it does that, I am also going to go ahead, come up here, put that there, and see if we can use our fluid mover to pick it up from here. We cannot, so we will have to use our wooden bucket that we will then put in there, and then just come. Oh, there we go. Okay, so right now we have just a little bit of tin. We have 585 tin in there. How much did we need for that tin mesh? Let's click on here, on there. We needed 180. So we are out of stone in there, which works out perfectly. We could go like this and throw this and this in there. We could then click here, right click to take that from there, and put it in here, and that'll start making a tin mesh. The tin mesh then can be put in the strainer to let us get from purified stone. If we made stone in eroding water to get this stuff, we can put leaves in there to get different leaves and leaf piles. We could put gravel to get flint. We can put purified dirt to get any of these saplings and other stuff. Okay, cool. We could then, in sand, have a higher chance to get some of this stuff. In the gravel, we have a chance of getting the other more important stuff, though. The iron and such like so. What we could do is we could take that out of there, come over here, swap this out for the tin one, and throw the purified gravel in it. We could take this seagrass for the fun of it and just put it down there. We can then take this sea pickle, throw it in there, the sugar cane, put it in there, bamboo, put it in there. Let's put the rest of that in there. Come over here, put in there, and yes. So this gives us some stuff there, which again, we can now get lapis and coal pieces out of it, I'm assuming. Yep, so we have iron and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there we go. So now copper would want us to make a copper mesh. Uses bronze. So if we click on here, it wants us to make a bronze mesh, not a copper mesh. It uses bronze. Bronze is going to be basically 3 copper and one of those. I'm assuming that's all this makes, right? So if I press U on this, we go like this. This makes 45. So 2 copper. We're going to need 6 copper and 2 tin. You go like that for 10. That there. Well, let's go ahead and say 10 pieces there. We'll go ahead and put this in there. Put that in there. We'll take this out of here. Let's go ahead and take that mesh out of there. There's another one. Do is take that out of there. That in there. And start putting that in there as well. Okay, there's our 6 copper. We could put 1 in here like so. This up there. Come up here. Take out this. Open this and put it in here. Open this up. Once that is done there, we go like copper and put it in there, and that will make our little bit there. Now, I don't know if there's a way to hold shift to dump. Okay. If I could do that, and that'll put bronze in there, which put enough bronze in here. Make a bronze mesh. Or 2. Okay, perfect. Now, if I go like this and we press like U on this, and we click on here, we have a chance of getting redstone and some other stuff out of it. Yeah, have some quartz pieces from soul soil and whatnot like so. We come over here and swap this in for that one to start making that. We go ahead and put other meshes in here because we're not too worried about them. Okay, if we come over here, there's nothing in there. We have some sand in this one that we could just throw in here for now. And actually, we go like this, take this bronze mesh out of here. We come over here and pop that out for that. And then put this in there. Okay, now if we come over here, we should have some other stuff. So if we click on here, though, click on this, that'll give us one of those. We click on here to make this, we would need a solidifier. Right, according to this, we need a solidifier where we're putting that with this in. So we need to make a gem mold, which we do, I believe, should still have some of the. Thought we still had some of the stuff. I guess we don't. So let's go ahead and find where we put our bricks. And we will start cooking up some bricks. Because, yeah, in order to get this coal here, we need a solidifier. So we'll do that. Okay. So I'm pretty sure, though, what I can do. So let's go ahead. I can take this from here. I might be able to. We need another pickaxe because I broke mine. I remember that now. Guess 1, 2. Click here. Go like this. And make a pickaxe. I could probably take the solidifier from here, right? And put it right here. And that will take anything that goes in here and move it over to there. I'm assuming. So like if I took these 64 things here and went like that and put in whatever it let me. Let it go real quick. So now we have this. We click here. Go 1, 2, 3, 4 with a, we don't have any coal on us. Go like that real quick and then go like this. 2, 4. Get a gem mold. Now I'm assuming if I go over here and we put this gem mold in here, it will make cool. That is the way it sounds to me. So to automate all of this is going to be like a living hell. The find a good way to well, that's a speedy zombie. There we go. Boom. Okay, so I'm thinking need to just like come down here part way and put those there so that they can't spawn on our platform there, or our staircase. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw this in here. Come back over. We can throw that in there. That'll let that go over here. We are getting coal now. Okay, sweet. We could just let that all go for a while and figure out what later from that. There we go. Go with that, get that. Gem gives us a relic bag. This gives us a food bag, which we'll go ahead and open just for the fun of it, which gave us just a green apple. We'll eat. Okay, relic bag gave us some aqua walkers, which I believe just lets you swim faster. 1 experience point for every 5 units of getting wet from mobility. For certain periods, allows walking on the surface of water without sinking once time runs out. Okay, so it's kind of like Frostwalker, but not. This will just go into here. Okay, cool. So we really need to do some stuff to work towards getting like glass and whatnot. But for now, if we go ahead, we have that. So we can grab all those to get all these quests here done. But we also want to get a bronze ingot, which can be made in a solidifier. Assuming we would need an ingot mold. That'd be any brick with those. So I'm assuming we could possibly do it with itself, right? So if I went like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that'll give us an ingot mold as well. We could take that and put it in here. And then this will keep doing this until that's out of coal. I'm assuming, let's see, place a tank adjacent to the solidifier to increase its speed. So can we make another simple tank? I do that and we put it here. Use cooler fluids in the tank to do. Okay, so we could get a cooler fluid, which I'm assuming. I'm going to assume we're going to need more logs to make some more buckets. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to assume that water is a cooling fluid. So if I go like that and like that, yeah, you can see. Okay, so it's got water in it. It will go a little bit faster, and it uses up said water. If I go here though and press like, actually, I wonder if we simple solidifiers. Go here, type in solid like that. We go up here and we press U on this. Will it tell us what fluids are cooler? So go in here though, we type in cool. We type in that and we press U on coolant tank. Okay, so here's our coolant. Makes a 160 per tick. Glowstone is 40. Ender is 100. Diamond is 80. Chilled water, iced water, and super coolant is going to be chilled water and iced water mixed together. Iced water is by melting water or ice. That makes sense, right? If you melt ice, you get chilled water. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but okay. So we do have 40 in here. We go ahead, click that to dump that. We put this in here. We come over here, grab some lapis out of here, throw some lapis up in there. We get some lapis going. I'm assuming We'll end up needing some more lava. We should also probably work on getting the iron going. We might as well grab out the redstone and the glowstone just to finish off those quests as well. So if we click on here from straining, redstone, I'm assuming is also a gem. It is. Okay. But for now, we could throw those things in there. Lapis will start making some lapis. What can we use lapis for? We use to make that blue dye, that. It's used to make basically just a bunch of stuff from pneumatic craft. We could also use it to make building gadgets, which is apparently in here. We could use it to make that. We need redstone for that. That's a tier 6. Oh my goodness, you don't even get that until way later. Okay, so if we take out the iron, no, we can click on here. That has 45, which is not enough to make another thing. So we can do that there. You can throw this in here, take out this gem, grab this ingot, put that in there so that when the iron is done, it'll move the iron over here. It'll start making some iron ingots. We can, and yeah. Then of course, if we wanted to, we could go like this. Our buckets, just to get some more water in there to last a little bit longer. Cool. There we go. 3 iron ingots, though. That 3 iron ingots will let us come up in here to make a bucket like so. That way there we can just come over here, dig out this and this. And I can go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. And we can put lava into there. Perfect. Now, I also want to go here real quick. We're going to go back over here and type in multi because that's where this has this here. And if I press U on that, the different fields we can use are as follows. So that is a temperature of 1000 with 300 ticks per recipe. Diesel is 1000, but it's faster. Lubricant is not as hot. Uranium is hotter, but but a little bit faster than diesel, but does use up twice as much. Gasoline uses up twice as much, but isn't quite as fast. I'm assuming the fastest is there at the beginning. Molten Blaze, Molten Obsidian. Yeah, so the fastest things are going to be, actually, the fastest looks like Molten Coal is going to be one of your fast or your cheap or your less expensive, because you're only a Molten Obsidian as well, because he's only using 8 buckets per 1200, whereas like this uses 20 buckets for 1400 heat. But it is 200 ticks, whereas this is 100 ticks, and this is, yeah. So like this uses up the same amount as this, but it cooks much faster. The gasoline looks like it's the fastest to use based on everything, and also gets the hottest. Gasoline, I'm assuming, is going to be, we would need crude oil in a refined controller or in a processing plant doing kerosene and stuff like that. Okay. But we'll come over here and we'll throw this iron in there. That way, there we get that. Gives us some more iron. We could use to make another bucket if we wanted to, but for now, we're gonna see what this other stuff is. So there's a repairing mold. When used in the equipment modifier, it allows your tool to be repaired with its molten version. Okay, so we could repair. Okay, so that's a thing there. But we'll go here and we'll type in repair. We could see that. Okay, so that needs. Ooh, that's an anvil. Ugh. That's a lot of iron we would need to put in there. Which, I mean, granted, we have 17, but we would need a lot. Okay, so I'm going to grab this. You know what? Let's go ahead, throw this in there. I'll grab that out because, yeah, that's all the iron we have right there. So that's 12 more. Let's go sleep through the night in our wet bed. And then see. We'll make some gold after that, I think. Come over here. We don't really have any gold in that one. We do have a little bit of gold in this one. Gold here. That. I don't know how much this needs per thing, so we'll have to wait a little bit for that, I think. I mean, we might be able to probably go ahead and put the gold in here, push it over until the other one is empty, right? Yeah. So there we go. I'll make 2 more. So yeah, we click on here, you can see it did not push it over. There we go. We can throw that 4 in there to do that. And that'll let us start making gold ingots. But what do we need for this? This is a flight block. It allows you to fly within a 32 block range. To make that, we do need a firework and iron bars. A firework is that. Okay, so we could actually probably do that. So we come over here, we grab a paper and a gunpowder out. We then click on here to make some iron bars that we then, actually we need to go like this, make ourselves a firework that we then put here like this to make a light block. We can then just put down right there. And then that enables flight out to 32 blocks, which I have no idea exactly where that is. About there. Okay, cool. But if we run in here, it'll say flight's enabled. We can then fly. Okay. That is actually pretty cool, but I am still also pretty sure that there's nothing on top of this tower, right? Yeah. Okay. So we can use that though. I'm not sure. Okay, so it does have a height. Okay. There is a height as well. But what we could do though is we could put that probably somewhere down here, right? And then we could use that to fly over to there. Although I don't really see any chest when I look down there on that section there. So who knows? But that will give us that. We can then click here, which gives us a tool bag, which will give us a copper axe. Okay, cool. We could also click here, which gives us some money, and that's what that is. And then there, sure, whatever. Here, grab this. We can then grab this and throw this in here. And boom, like so. Actually, we could put the flesh, that in there. Not the flesh, the mesh gold in there. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put our 2 regular buckets in there, or 2 wooden buckets in there, because why not? Okay, we should have a gold ingot by now, so we can do that. Get that. Give us some that. Then once we get the redstone, we should be able to start doing some basic power stuff. It looks like we need dark steel, which is an alloy of coal, obsidian, and iron to make dark steel. Wait, is dark steel? Dark steel. What mod is that from again? That's from, okay, from Enderite. I was like, what? I was like, I'm pretty sure that was from something that let's make whatever enchant we want, but that will give us the ability to make the tier 1 machine frame and beyond that. Okay. So we can click there. That's not enough gold to make that, so we will go ahead and dump that. Grab this. And grab gem. Put that in there, and that will, right? Ooh, I don't know about that now. So we go in here, redstone, click on that. Go over here, solidify. Oh no, we need a dust mold. Okay. So we could take this out of here and grab a single one of these. Click on that. Press U on that. Let us make a dust mold. Okay, so we could put that in there. Start getting some redstone dust. Like so. Boom. There we go. Okay, so that'll give us the basic resources. Yeah, so I need to figure out if there is another way to get these bricks, right? So if we type in BRICA and press U on this and go to this, plus A on that black brick. We can get them molten black brick, which I'm assuming you get molten black brick by putting, okay, so we put any of that stuff in there. Clay will give us black bricks to then do that. We could just put clay directly in there and not have to worry about it. And of course, if we make clay blocks, it would probably go faster. Okay, so do we have mud in here, right? So okay, we grab mud. Then we can go like this. And that's what, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Do that. Go like that. Why is that? Oh, because it's still on large tunnel. Okay, back to shapeless. There we go. Okay, but we can go here, which will let us go like this to make 16 clay blocks. And then bring over here. We can see that we have redstone there. There's still just a little there. We could dump that. And then throw all that clay in there. Take that out of there. Put this in there. And that should be much better. So that'll do that. That'll do that. That gives us 15,000 buckets of this. And we only need, so that's, so 4 per. 15 times 4 is a number, right? Right? 15 times 4, that's what? 60? Times 4 is 60. Yep, that makes sense. So it's basically, yeah, the same 1 for 1. Yeah, there we go. Then we can put that in there. Make that other one. So that'll give us basically a stack of these pretty quick overall. Okay, so we could do that. I am curious, though. If I was to put a... where did we put our block mold? Right here. If I went like this and we said U on that, can we just straight up turn them into blocks? That's dark steel block. Yeah, so we could actually just straight up turn them into bricks, brick blocks, which we pretty much do need. We do need some of these as well, so we will go ahead and let this get up to, we'll let it do 4 more, so we'll go get it to 12. And then if we need more after that, we will do some more after that. Yeah, once this gets up to 12, we will put this block in here and let it make some blocks, because we need a lot of blocks to make different parts. Go like that. Take that out of there. Put that in there. Let that do that. That. Okay. And then, I don't know where that came from, but whatever. I'm thinking we might need to do some rearranging here. Stuff like that, but we need to see, can we make any pipes yet, or is that not going to be coming until later? So if we go in here, we go, I guess it's a pipe, right? So we do have soul pipes, we do have item pipes and fluid. Item pipes, we would need conduit binder and pulsating alloy. Pulsating alloy we get by that, which we get by mixing molten iron and molten ender. Okay, so we can technically do that, I believe. But I don't think we could really do much of it until we get down here to do this. So we need a block of redstone. That I don't know how much redstone. Only got 7. So we'll need to wait for that to do that. That we'll go ahead and throw this in here in the simple controller. And yeah, and again, I'm gonna have to look up to see how to actually make that a multi-block or something, because yeah, it definitely seems. Yeah, so if we go ahead and click on like this, and we go in here and we type in at casting, right? And we look at some of this stuff here. So multi-block valve, hold G on that, and we look at some of this stuff here. So what does a valve do? So actually, I think I could come up here and click on this. So we have casting, which is the stuff of getting started. So we figured out all of that. Let's see, automation. The controller will automatically eject fluids to solidifiers and mixers. Mixers automatically eject fluids to the solidifier. Yep, we figured that out. Okay, equipped modifiers. So we saw that stuff there. Casting multi-block controller. Okay, so let's read this. Blah, blah, blah. The multi-block control. Is that there? Okay, so there's a multi-block control. Okay, so if we click, so these are multi-block mixer, regulator, multi-block controller. Okay, so we solidify, we take a simple controller and we throw it in with 4,000 of that. Okay, so we click on this. This currently has redstone in it because of that. So we could do that. We could take the redstone out here, put that in there. I see what we have to do now. Okay. If we come up here, and we click on this, we make a simple controller like that. And then I'm assuming when I click on like these things here, that's what it was talking. We take the simple tank with the same thing and the same thing. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But we do need a whole lot more clay to do that. So let's go ahead and turn all of this into clay. I don't know if there's going to be another way to actually do that, but we will need another one of these wands. If we go up in here and we throw this in there and scroll down, we click on that just to make another wand, because we're going to run out of the other one. Although I do want to see if I go like this and press U on this, you have that. Okay, so if we go in here though, let's see, because I'm pretty sure, because this is just simple. There is the advanced one, which is used with advanced transformation powder, which is done in an alloying smell. So we would need to get to that first, which is just like down in here somewhere. We should be able to do that with this stuff, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so I see what we can do there. Okay, so let's go ahead and sleep real quick. Make it daytime. And work on this. So if we go over here now, we shift click on that, that's going to break it right away because, yep, okay, there we go. Then we can do that. Get this. There we go. And then we come in here to crafting table, press Q on this, and then shift click on this. Get 39 of those, and then we will break this right here, where we will come out here and put it there. Then we'll go ahead for now and throw that in there. And then that in there. And then over here, you can see we don't have any more of that. We can take that out of there, that out of there. Once that is done, it'll do that. We can thing here. Then we click here. Go like this to make a multi-block tank. I think we're going to need at least maybe. There we go. So there's that. We will just let this pile up real quick. Then we can actually go back in here. So if I hold shift on that, it doesn't actually give us more info. We'll go ahead and hold G on it. And we'll see. Okay. So if we have a fuel tank and a multi-block controller and those. Okay, so let's go ahead and just try to make a super simple one. Really want to do it right here, but I think we will end up doing it here. We'll just do it out here in the open. Okay, so let's go ahead and for right now, we'll go like this and dig out again a 4x4 section that we will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then grab this and this where we will put multi-block thing there, multi-block fuel tank there, and then we are going to be short one of these here. Okay, that's fine because we can not make one because we don't have any on us. Put it in here? No. Did I put them in here? No. Put them in here? No, we used them. Okay, I thought we might have used them. I just wasn't 100% sure. Okay, so we could go ahead and throw this in here and make another block real quick. That's done. We'll take this out just for now. Like if we come over here though, you can see I click on this, it says turn the multi-block. Let's see, turn on the multi-block at the top left of the GUI. But if you go up here, is that ready to work? It's not ready to work. Filter disabled, click to enable, no regulator detected, add base. Okay, I don't know what any of that stuff is. So if I click that though, we put that there. If I click this, you can see it now has that there because we have 4 blocks there. But again, if I took this out, right, we clicked here, you can see it has none. That's why that works there. Okay, so there we go. We can do that. It is now working. It says it is ready to work. So if I was going to, so if I came over here, let's just grab 4 iron, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Although I am curious, I probably want to grab this simple mixer and probably throw it in here. Make it a multi-block mixer, right? There we go. So then if we do that, then I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there and let that start making some more. But if we come over here and we break this and we replace it with the multi-block mixer, right? You could see apparently it has just one thing. And then if you go like that, you could turn it off. So if I went ahead and put in, we'll just do this with the with some stone, right? So we'll like this and go 1, 2. Actually, no, we were gonna do it with the iron, right? So we'll go ahead. We'll throw 4 iron in there. Of course, it's not going to do anything because we currently do not have any lava. So let's go ahead and get some lava put in there. So there we go. Boom. There we go. Okay. So that will do that and put lava in there. Let's come over here real quick. We'll take this out once it gets in because it's there. Boom, like so. We can take that out. Really only need 8 to double the size of this, but you can see it has iron in it there. If I come over here, it has iron in it here. So, in order to get this to work, because we only have one tank here, I think we would need that regulatory thing or whatever it said. So if we go in here and we type in at casting again, we would need the solidifier bricks, steel controller, move this here. Okay, so we're gonna need just some more bricks. Go ahead, take this out, put it in there, and start making some bricks so that we can get that. Because the regulatory thing, when we hold on that, right, when we this, and we hold D on that. If we went down here, right, one of those blocks that goes in the wall will preserve a part of the tank or reserve part of the tank fluids. So if you have 3, it allows you to have 3 different. Okay. So once we get that, able to make that, will let us do that. So we're going to go ahead though and increase this size up by 1, I think, like this real quick. The exception of that block there, because that's where our regular tank is going to go. So we go like that, take this out, press that, click on this, go like this. And now if we come over down right here, that should give us a partition so that we can get for 1 fluid, apparently. Does that mean we need 2 on there to have 2 different fluids? If so, then we're gonna have to do this. Yeah, but we were trying to make dark steel, right? Which we can do in here. We just need 3 we're gonna need coal and obsidian. Okay. So we'll come over here. Once this gets that done, we'll go that to do this to make another one of the regulatory blocks. That. Then we will have to take down one of these blocks. So this, put that there. Then I click this. Now it says partition for 2 fluid. Okay. I still don't know. Actually, and I'm pretty sure we're going to need 3 fluids. So let's go ahead and throw that back in there because, yeah. So our mixer, we already took down, right? Mixer multi-block, empty to click to cycle. If we click on that. So let's see. If I go like this, so how much is in here again? 180. So in order to get this again, so if we click here, we click on this, we click on this, click mixing, we need 90. So we have enough for 2. We need 80 coal. So if I put 4 of these in there before, I should be able to go ahead and just say 4 of those. That's hopefully that doesn't try to make steel. Actually, so if I turn this off, it shouldn't try to make steel, right? As you can see, we have coal and iron in there. If we go here, we have coal and iron. I'm assuming steel is an option. We have stone. You know what? I could always just come down here and type in STL. Yeah, as you can see, there is regular steel. So if I clicked on molten steel and we clicked on mixing, you can see 90 iron, 160 coals. Don't have enough coal in there, right? We do. But we just need obsidian in there. Get obsidian in there, we would need to put water. We might need to just make another mixer. So let's go ahead and take that out and take that out like so. Come over here, go like this, type in mix. make a simple mixer, so that's going to require blocks and then tanks. So we're going to need enough of this to make 2 tanks, which is 3 more. So we can do 3 more to make 2 more tanks. And then after that, we'll need to make 3 more blocks. We should have we'll have enough in there to do. Okay, so we'll go ahead and grab out our block mold. Open up that, take that out, put that in there, go like that. Push this to make our 2 tanks. And then once we have that, we'll have that. Okay, so we do need some food though. So let's go in here, grab this. Okay, so yeah, you can see how like the different apples. This is 2 hunger and 1.5 saturation. This is 3 hunger and 2.5 saturation. So it's 50% better, I'm assuming. Okay, either way, let's go ahead and come over here. We can click on that. Click on here, click on this. Go ahead, make ourselves our simple mixer that we can put down just for now here, where we can put this here right there. Grab this. Make that. Go like that. Put that in there. Then we can put this in there. That will mix into molten obsidian. I don't know how much though. I'm pretty sure it's 1,000 or 2,000. Should be 1,000. Yeah, it's 1,000. Okay, and then we could take this. Right click on there. I should be able to come over here to this. Click here, and I cannot right click on there because yes, we need another block. So we could throw that in there and one of these in there. Okay. Yeah, we're probably going to need 3 of these to get its stuff, like it says. Okay, so like right now that has 1,000 obsidian in it. And again, we only have 2 of these. It seems like you would have the controller, which has 1, and then each one of those to have its own, but whatever. This will still give us the 4 we need for that to make another one of those. And we will go from there. And we have slowed down drastic. But until we get a way to like fully automate some stuff, we are going to be down. Okay, I click the right button. That goes there. And then this goes there. Okay, then we come over here. Break that. Put that down. And then we should be able to go like this. And why can't we put that in there? Why can't we put the molten obsidian in there? We should have 3 fluids. Can I put that in there and it do something? No, it does not. Okay. Well then, I am not sure how to get the molten obsidian into there. Unless I have to make it unless I have to solidify it, which is going to be just annoying. But we could just do that pretty easily by taking it, putting it in here, and putting that there. That's a little annoying, but you know, if we have to put it in there that way, then we have to put it that way. That'll be fine. Okay, so now come over here, I click on this and I put that in there. And it's not doing anything. Okay. So how do we get molten obsidian into... According to this, we need 1,200 power. Okay. So we need 1,200 temperature for that. This is only 1,000 temperature. need one of these things. So if we go in here and we go like this and type in multi again real quick, I am going to press A on this and this so we can get them over here just like this. So the fuel, so we need at least 1200 fuel. So we will need at least to probably put molten obsidian into the fuel tank. So we probably need to make another tank real quick so that we can make one with that, or can I just probably still need to go like this though. Put this here. Go like this. Go boom, put that there. Go like this and put that there. I'm assuming if I break this tank and put it back down, it'll be empty. Not okay, that sucks. I mean, it's fine, but it sucks too. Simply because we're going to have to make another tank, which means ahead and go in like this and put 2 of those in there. And putting the ingot cast into here. Okay. That should still be fine. We could do that. That gives us the molten obsidian, which I'm assuming we could also pull out with a bucket. Which, can I put it in with the bucket? No. Okay, didn't think so. But yeah, so we'll let this do this. We'll get these 2 other tanks, which granted I could probably get all the water out of that. I don't know if there's a way to do it or not. But once we get these other bricks, go from there. Okay, hey, another fuel tank thing. We should be able to come over here, break this, put this one down, go like this, and make sure we still have our stuff in here. So we still have iron and whatever. Put an obsidian bucket in there. Now, if I go like this and we put this in there, it should now melt and come over here into a mixer. We do need to make a solidifier. That is not a thing, so we're going to need a multi-block solidifier, which needs another simple solidifier, which is a bunch more blocks. We're going to need to make more clay. So we'll throw that in there. Go ahead, throw this in here, because we definitely don't have enough as is. Yeah, and I could kind of, you know what? I could do that. I could go like this, break that. And actually, it looks like it doesn't need that. It doesn't look like it flows from it. We go like that, put that there. And that'll let us make another. I'm going to getting extra. We go like that, and that'll let us start getting more mud. Nice. And then we could, of course, go like this and go 1, 2, 4. Get that. Boom, like so. Let us put this in there. And then we need for the for this, we're going to need basically 4 blocks of that, which we just put in. Then this, we need 1, 2, we need 6 blocks, and then 2 bricks. So if we go like this, we'll let this make 4 bricks so that it can do that. Just so that we don't have an extra, half of a thing in here. But we grab that out. That's that. We grab this out. Go like this. This. Do that real quick. Click that. There we go. That should have probably made 4 bricks by now. It did, so we can take that out. Nope, not put that in. Put this in. There we go. Take that out. Press this button. Actually, I didn't need to press that button, did I? There we go. That'll let us put 10 of those in. Hopefully that'll be good. And we'll have this made. It's done. And with that, we can put our simple solidifier into here. Come over here, grab that, and bring it to right here where we're going to put that down there. Break that, put that there. And then look in this, it currently has molten obsidian, iron, coal in it. So if I go here though and we click on this and turn this on, will that make other stuff? Multi-block mixer. We got coal, we have that, we have that. I don't know how to tell it what to make. I don't quite understand mod completely. So it's like it's not actually mixing. So if we go in here and we go on. So the mixer mixes it into we probably need another block, don't we? A regulatory block to have stuff in there. So we'd have to throw this in here, get 2 more of these. Yeah, there, that would make sense. If you're taking 3 fluids and making 1 fluid, if you don't have a way for it to make that other fluid, it probably won't make that fluid. So we're just going to let that make all of those. Go ahead here, click this. Go like that. There we go. Make that. Come over here. Break that. No, that's not where I wanted that. Stupid thing. Want it right there. Now if this is on, it should make another thing, right? Right? Like I don't understand why. Okay, so in here we have molten obsidian. In that we have our thing here which has obsidian, iron, and coal. It could hold 8,000 buckets, so 4 fluids of 2,000 buckets each. Filter, I don't know what that does. Ready to work. Let's just hold G on this again. Okay, so controlled alloying of fluids. The multi-block mixer can detect which alloys can created and are from a stored fluid inside the multi-block. When the fluid is selected, it will create as much alloy as it can. If I click on here, I don't see a way to choose which fluid I want because we want dark steel, right? So we want to go like this and type in dark steel. This is what we want, right? Mixing. So we have 1,000 obsidian in there for sure. We have more than 800 or 8 buckets of coal. We have more than 8 or more than 90 millibuckets of iron, correct? So you come in here, we have twice that of iron, like way more than that of coal and obsidian. Ugh. Okay, there we go. So if we click on that, it says we now have molten dark steel. So now if I come over here, we have that, which is that. So if I was to come grab our thing here and put this in here, and I click on this and we click on this, and we said molten dark steel, and we turned it on. There we go. Okay, that makes okay. I see it. I see it. So it's like when I saw that there, and it said it said filter, click for empty. I was like, I don't know if I want to empty. But there we go. There we go. So now we would just need to put more obsidian in there to get that. Sweet. So we now clicked on this. We get this. And of course, to even get to this, we'd have to make the gear mold. Requires those and any type of gear. And any type of gear we can get from a gear mold. Yeah, I'm assuming there's a certain type of gear in it. Take the so we type in gear. Let's see, what do we have? Compressed iron gear. We need that. So like all of these are going to need alloying. Solidifier is a gear mold. Oh, there we go. Probably wooden gear. Okay, so that's that. So let's go ahead, click on this. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Take that out of there. Now if we come over here, we do have all those bricks in there because we did just turn them all into bricks. So I'm assuming the gear mold. We could actually, yeah, we could do it like that. Okay, so on here, we go like that to make the gear mold. Perfect. Nice. Okay. So then we would need a gold gear. We need 360 of that, so we would need to put gold in there. Probably we could just that because I don't feel like dealing with that multi-block thing right now. If we go like this, we can grab this, and again, I believe each one of these is 45. So if we need, what was it, 360? So like this, we need 360. So 360 divided by 45 means we need 8. So we'll go like this, and we'll put 8 in there. Okay. You then also need to make an iron gear, I'm assuming, because of the thing. It says you click on this. We need an infinite bimetal gear, which we click on this, which is just, okay, so the infinity bimetal gear is quite literally just an iron gear, which is the same thing. We're going to need 8 iron for that, which we here and go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that, and we could put that in there. That'll give us the gold gear that we need for that. Then we can go ahead and put this extra gold down in here. Then if we click on this and we click on this, what else do we need? We need the dark steel nuggets and a redstone dust. We should have everything we need there. We also want to go ahead and click on this. And because we can, we go ahead and make that redstone block that one needed. There we go. We got that. So we click on here. So dark steel up there. Go like this. Press U on this to make our first tier 1 machine frame. Nice. Of course, now we have redstone block as well, which we use to get grains of infinity. Let's see. Using a transformation wand will turn it into a grain. Just one? That seems... Wow. Okay, well, we got 5. Okay, so that's not as bad. I was about to say, taking 9 redstone and turning that into 1, that's going to be horrible. Anyways, we can grab this. We can grab this, which I'm assuming lets us actually get all of those, right? We don't really have enough bag space right now, so let's go ahead and just throw a bunch of that in there. Click on that to get this, which will give more of that. Sure, whatever. We click here. You get one of each of those. We'll then now be able to make ourselves a Stirling generator by doing some of this other stuff and whatnot, but that will definitely come later. For now, let's go ahead and start here. Weapon bag. We got ourselves a bow. Relic bag. We got ourselves a bastion ring. I don't think that'll do any good. A stone hull, or hoe. Some chainmail boots, which is better than we have. And a beetroot. Good plant. Boom. Maybe not. Maybe not. Can we just, can we turn that into beetroot seeds then? No, okay. I don't know what we could do with that. So we'll go ahead and just bring it up here and throw it in to here. Anyways, the bastion ring. What does the bastion ring actually do? Let's hold left shift and find out. Let's see. So +1, 5, and 10 experience points for each killing each one. So for a zombified piglin, we get one extra experience. Piglins we get 5, and brutes we get 10. I'm assuming. +1 experience for trade or additional trade from the ability respect. Okay, so makes piglins. Oh wow, that was horrible. I breathed wrong there. But makes piglins neutral in relation to the wearer. The nearest piglin will indicate the location of a bastion nearby. Ooh, so that's actually quite useful, actually, and that goes in a ring slot, so we do have a spot for that. And yes, there we go. Anyways, we got ourselves up to the ability to make ourselves a tier 1 frame. We figured out how to use this machine right here and whatnot. So let's go ahead and go like this to here. I thought there was a spider jockey over there in the background underneath our map, but it was just a regular spider with a zombie above it. We'll get our screenshot and go like this. And you know what? Thank you all for watching. Please enjoy your day, night, doing whatever you're doing, wherever you are at. As always, force your friends to watch. We will come back next time for some more Skyopolis Evolved, where I might go ahead and set up this stuff here, do a bunch of stuff, trying to get a bunch of sand and whatnot. Because again, sand, if there's an easier way to get it, which again is going to be these machines here, which of course is also this machine here. So we could set up a thing where I am taking dirt, putting dirt in here, changing stone pebbles into whatever, then changing that, getting all of that gravel put in here. Or I believe I could put this in here. Yeah, I could put a cobblestone in here to make it into gravel, to then put into here to make into purified gravel, to put into here to get our things. Yeah, we could do that. Anyways, as also saying, thank you all for watching. We'll come back next time to work on some of that. Until then, peace out. See you later.